The Koenigsegg Gemera is a hypercar for the whole family. 22 horsepower and over 2,000 pounds FT or torque. No, these aren't performance figures of some two-seater hypercar. Instead, this is the spec sheet of a four-seater that can comfortably carry all their luggage across continents. The 2023 Koenigsegg Gemera is much more than the world's first mega GT. It marks a milestone in the history of the automobile. Keep watching until the end to learn everything you need to know about Koenigsegg's newest hypercar for the whole family. Powered by dark matter. Under the skin of the Koenigsegg Gemera lies an all-new beastly powertrain, which is a combination of two cutting-edge power plants. Buried within the rear passenger compartment sits a twin-turbocharged 2.0-liter three-cylinder, which the company has nicknamed the Tiny Friendly Giant, or TFG for short. Don't let the small size or quirky name fool you, as this engine is the most powerful of its kind. On its own, the TFG makes an astonishing 592 horsepower and 443 pounds FT of torque, putting almost all sports cars with engines twice its size to shame. Throughout their short but illustrious history, the Swedish manufacturer has been a front-runner in automotive innovation. The lack of camshafts in the TFG engine provides the perfect example of this. Instead of old-school camshafts, this tiny yet mighty engine uses the free valve technology developed by Koenigsegg to incrementally control the valves via electronic actuators. In the Gemera, the TFG comes paired with a 789 horsepower electric motor nicknamed Dark Matter. This marvel of modern technology also creates 922 pounds FT of torque, bringing the total power output of this variant of the Gemera to an incredible 1381 horsepower and 1,364 pounds FT torque, making it the most powerful four-seater the world has ever seen yet. Although early speculations pointed towards the Gemera coming with the Koenigsegg direct drive system, which we first saw on the Regera, the company has instead opted to equip it with the light-speed transmission lifted from the Jesko hypercar. However, here it has been repackaged to fit the smaller dimensions of the Gemera. Here, the system is called the light-speed turbulent transmission and is also equipped with four-wheel drive and four-wheel torque vectoring to put down all that performance efficiently to the ground. Koenigsegg gives you the option of driving in fully electric mode or only on gasoline, but the ultimate performance will be unleashed with the combination of both powertrains. V8 Powerplant. Thought the TFG was the only powertrain offered with Gemera? Think again, as Koenigsegg has managed to cram a V8 powerplant inside the compact carbon fiber chassis. The engine is the same 1479 horsepower V8 found in the Jesko, but Koenigsegg has had to move the turbochargers from their typical location to a hot V configuration due to packaging constraints. In the simplest of terms, a hot V configuration places the turbochargers between the two-cylinder banks. This also places the exhaust at the top and makes the engine more compact, which is ideal for a tight package like the Gemera. The higher cylinder count gives the hot V8 an unmistakable edge over the TFG in terms of performance. Koenigsegg claims the internal combustion engine alone makes an eye-watering 1479 horsepower, which equates to an earth-shattering 2269 horsepower and 2,028 pounds FT of torque when paired with the dark matter electric motor. Fastest four-seater on the market. With an incomprehensible amount of power, you'd expect the Koenigsegg Gemera to be one of the fastest vehicles on the road. If so, you won't be surprised to hear that this Mega GT completes the 0 to 62 mph sprint in just under 2 seconds when equipped with the TFG. The performance will only go up when you swap in the hot V8, with the 0 to 60 time falling below the 1 second mark, which was thought of as being unreachable just a few short years earlier. The same goes for top speed, with the Gemera being electronically limited to a Vmax of 248 mph for now. This would make it one of the fastest vehicles on the planet, and hand it the crown of being the fastest four-seater on sale. Considering the raw performance on offer, don't be surprised if an unrestricted Gemera shatters the world speed record at over 280 mph. Koenigsegg are the kings of speed, and this new model will only cement that legacy. Unique design. Sheer performance is not the only area where the Koenigsegg Gemera stands apart from the competition. It manages to look like nothing else we've come across before, while also managing to stay true to the Koenigsegg ethos. Just like every other Koenigsegg model, The Gemera puts performance first when shaping its exterior. The front fascia has two distinct headlights flanked by massive air intakes carefully designed to let enough air enter and cool the powertrain components. While you'll find Koenigsegg's signature twisted synchro-helix actuation doors. These have become a staple of Christian von Koenigsegg's boutique car brand, having been present on every model to come out through their factory. The Gemera houses the biggest doors ever put on a Koenigsegg, and when they're open, they leave the passenger compartment completely exposed to allow easy access to both the front and rear. There are plenty of air intakes on the sides too, which channel air to either the TFG or the V8, which will be mid-mounted in typical hypercar fashion. The massive carbon fiber wheels also give the Gemera a distinctive appearance, and they are wrapped around in special sticky rubber for the best traction on both the track and highway alike. Step around to the rear, and you'll find a stylish sloping back that gives the Gemera styling like no other. The rear diffuser is one of the most aggressive that the automotive world has ever seen, and it will hand the Gemera tons of downforce as it cuts through the air. The twin tailpipes exhaust out the top of the engine cover, similar to what we once saw on the Porsche 918. They are made by renowned exhaust manufacturer Akrapovic and are sure to sing once you put the pedal to the metal. As we have seen with some other high-tech models, two cameras have replaced the wing mirrors, but we'll have to wait and see whether these will be approved by safety regulators. Speaking of downforce, this Mega GT comes with an active wing in its default configuration. Those with cash to spend can opt for the Ghost package, which brings a new rear wing, custom aero components, an S-duct, and an extended splitter at the front for some extra oomph. Endless customization options. Being a multi-million-dollar hypercar, the Ghost package is far from the only customization option offered with the Gemera. There are plenty of single and dual-tone paint jobs to choose from, and you can even have it in the ultra-exclusive Koenigsegg Naked Carbon if you decide to go down the weight-saving route. Interior options. As you might have expected, the Koenigsegg Gemera houses one of the most technologically advanced interiors we have ever seen. It comes in a 2+2 configuration, and not the squeezy Porsche 911 type. Instead, the rear seats of the Gemera are as spacious as the fronts, with the company stating that they can accommodate two 6'5" adults comfortably. In typical Koenigsegg fashion, major attention has been paid to all parts of the interior. Most surfaces are covered in carbon fiber, and you have the choice of having the interior trimmed in any color you please. There are 8 cup holders to hold your drinks, which is more than what you get on some of the best-selling family sedans and SUVs. Oh, and did we mention that half of them are heated, while the other half are cooled? The technological features don't end there, as there are infotainment screens equipped with a custom Koenigsegg UI to keep both front and rear passengers entertained. The screens are also loaded up with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto if you choose to go down that route. The seats of the Gemera are unarguably the most comfortable we've seen on a hypercar yet, as they are made from the highest quality materials. Best cargo room on a hypercar. In a day and age where we have become accustomed to hypercars having little to no storage space, the Koenigsegg Gemera shifts things on its head by giving drivers not one but 2 trunks to store their luggage in. You can safely store 1 carry-on suitcase at the front, while 3 more can be stored at the back. Koenigsegg states that the overall cargo space equates to 7 cubic feet, which is an astonishing figure if you stop and think about it. The Gemera comes with dozens of driver aid features including a bird's eye view camera, blind spot detection, and it can even park itself. The family-first approach continues with the ISOFIX mounts for child seats, allowing you to safely take your children along for a 200 mph drive down the Autobahn. Fuel efficiency and electric range. Those lucky few who have enough money to spend on a brand new Koenigsegg Gemera won't have a hard time filling this fuel-thirsty monster's 30.4-liter gas tank up, and be prepared to do that frequently, as the beastly power plant will drink gallons of fuel without breaking a sweat when singing at the top of its lungs. And you don't have to completely rely on gasoline either, as the Gemera can run on second-generation ethanol too. What's more impressive is the Gemera's 31 miles of all-electric range, which brings the combined range to 621 miles. Price and release date. Although we haven't heard an exact release date yet, rumors point to production starting at the end of 2024. This means that early examples will be delivered to their customers in early 2025, with TFG-equipped models arriving at their homes earlier than HV8-equipped models. In terms of price, it will likely exceed the $2 million mark. The price will only creep up with additional options, so don't expect the Gemera to become one of the most expensive hypercars you'll ever see. The Gemera is the first vehicle of its kind, and we won't be surprised if other hypercar makers start following in its footsteps pretty soon.